And today no music, only in the background you hear the sound of my debut stream on Twitch.
Welcome
Yeah,
to Radio Cargo.
exactly. Welcome to Radio Cargo. As I said, in the background, music from my debut stream. But today it's not about music, it's about my pictures I made from 2015 to 2019, 20, a while ago. And 2020 I started to present them on a Mozilla Hubs server in a own gallery. I created this gallery here. That's what you can see. And yeah, so it is closing tomorrow at the 21st of May 2024. Mozilla Hubs will be shut down, and so also my gallery will be not available anymore. And I must admit, in the last years there has not been so much traffic here on this page, but I started it in, as I said, 2020, yeah, maybe 2019. It was not intended by Corona. I started it before, and I took a lot of work in it because I had no clue how to deal with 3D elements and all this stuff. It was completely new to me, and so I also I needed to come up with some kind of reflection and concept about my work I have done. And this is what I want to present you today. And as you can see here on the bottom, you see Mozilla Hubs will shut down on May 31st, 2024. And it's a pity, but I saved my data, and I hope that in the future this Hubs project will continue, and I can reactivate my gallery. So for now I close it, and we will have a look at my gallery here. Mozilla Hubs, for those who don't know, it's this 3D space where you can move in and you can do events. And as you see here, I've just made a simple gallery, even so simple that I put no lights in here. There's no shadow, and it's only a plate in a black universe, a lonely gallery here. And it's because I may also not too familiar with all this technical stuff, and I wanted to reach some kind of aesthetics here. But I'm pretty happy with the result. And so the starting point is here, and I turned around already. In the back you can see some information about me. So you can see here quite old, and what I'm doing, and what I'm working. So a designer, freelance web designer. Actually it's not true, at the moment I'm not freelance anymore. And link to my homepage, and also to this catalog from this gallery, because I made a catalog here, and you can, as you see here, you can just click right through it. So you have some, and you can download it as a PDF. It's also available on my homepage, because this gallery will not be available until tomorrow. So let's start. Here's the starting point, and this is the cover of my gallery. The name is Cut Crush Condense, as you can see, and this will be explained in the next minutes here. Mixed media from 2015 to 2020. My name is Carsten Götz, by the way, and I am an artist. Here I present my work, my paintings, and also the transition from, I would say, analog painting to a digital process. Because today, in 2025, I am not painting anymore, not in an analog way. I'm painting digital and doing a lot of music and visual stuff. You can check it out on my Twitch account, where you are right now, or on my YouTube account. It's Radio Cargo, and yeah. So about this exhibition here. I started it, as I said, in 2020, and the works are from 2015 to 2020. And in here I describe the past of my work and where I started, and the process of this transforming process is related to alchemy, because during that time I started I had a lot of interest in alchemy. It just developed, and I read books, and so yeah, I just in parallel, it's sometimes I also do relate on it in a content way, and you will see it on the works, but just let me first make the music a little bit more silent. Maybe 1 second. So I think I have to do it this way. By the way, when I'm doing this, you see my SoundCloud account here, and you can check out at the SoundCloud my music stuff. I must admit it's not too up to date at the moment, but my first stream on Twitch, my debut stream, is here. Okay, back in the gallery. So let's start our walkthrough. So this is the first image here, rhythm, and here you can see that I'm even in 2016 was very close related between painting, music, and I saw it already as things that for me belong together, and I painted this one, and it's really, I heard music during painting, and actually those marks here you can see, you can interpret it like marks, like notes, and those lines walking through, maybe like the musical pulse. And so I start working on it, and it's the rhythm, but at the other hand, I started to bring in lines, and that maybe reminds a little bit on shapes of a body or things like that. It's not a realistic thing. It's just this could be a knee or an arm here. So it's not meant to be to display really a realistic body, but it's fragmented, and so this picture shows the close relationship from painting to music, and during that time also, and but present it in an analog way here. It's painted with acryl, and on a, yeah, you can see it at the edges here. It's just zoom it a little bit. The corners are, yeah, not sharp, and I made it this in this time. I loved it really a lot, and but I have the problem to frame them because it's not so easy. So this is the first one, and the first station here in my gallery, and it's cut. And as I described in this episode, I deconstructed forms. I yeah, took parts of the body and then tried to combine them again, creating some kind of organism or landscapes, and experiment with that, and with at the one hand body and abstraction. So this, for example, looks, yeah, this could be a face, you know, and this could be arms, shoulders, and it's weird, and also maybe a little bit scary, or some people may find it ugly. But I really love those ones. This one too. So this what I like from this picture is that it's also a little bit like more cartoons or graffiti style, and yeah, but at the other hand you have these things here looking like bones, or yeah, I'm really fascinated from them. Yeah, this one, Wald, means wood, so it's like a scene from the forest, which is but this also can be bodies, you know, they can be persons, and but it's not clearly defined. It's like an own organism. It's organic and abstract. And this one here is different. This starts a new thing. Also, it's earlier, but I get back to this later in the pictures, because this means 9 landscapes, and so this circle is a sun, and then you have the mountain sides here, and so it's, you could see it like 9 landscapes. So I divided this picture into a grid of 9, and started painting the simple landscape with sun and mountain, and then I melted it together. So it's a similar approach like the other ones, so that I melt things together, but I started a little bit more from a grid, and so this one here is out of the grid, the sun, and falls out of the grid. So actually it's 9 landscapes, but yeah, as a reference you have the sun that maybe presents that the whole is a landscape for its own. Yeah, so this was the first part here, and yeah, continue going on and including photographic work. So you can see broken. This is a photograph I took 2019 after a storm, and this was a field, really a field of yeah, trees broken and smashed, and here the woodworkers cut off the branches, so you can pass your way, and it really was yeah, disturbing somehow, but fascinating also. And this pictures. It's from a series. I took 3 pictures, and it really fits in my kind of work. And this is what I describe here in Crush. I'm reading books about alchemy and art and start to see parallels between the artist and the alchemy attitude. So what does that mean? That means that when you look at the history, alchemy history, a lot of artists have been, in former times, have been alchemists too, because the production of colors, for example, is a chemical process, and alchemists were the prototype of the chemistry, and so they had their old formulas how to create colors, but they do experiment also a lot, and yeah, some artists really were great alchemists too, and do their studies. And alchemy also is it's not only trying out stuff. It's also it's related to a spiritual path, and this philosophy of breaking things into pieces and bring them together again is at the core of the alchemy. And so you can you can at the one hand create higher materials, so this illusion of creating, for example, gold of lower materials, and at the other hand it's related to a spiritual path that you can hire yourself, that you can transform yourself. And so I took this together here in the gallery and in this works, and that's my relationship to the alchemy. And you can see it, this process here. Just let me go here on this wall. So in the middle we have this image here. It's called Kristall, and so I've chosen the name and also the how I produce it. Kristall. It is when we go close to it, you can see these patterns here, these forms, and these forms are forms from a mosaic. I don't know the exact word in English. You know, when you have the in the Arabic world the mosaic, and they have forms they can put together, so they can so we can create never-ending combination of forms, because you know, in the traditional here would be a painting on it, most of course blends or abstract forms, and so you can combine it and create an endless, never-ending, ever renewing kind of image. And what I have done is I took those forms and I printed out one of my motif I took here. It's one of these broken wooden branches, and printed them on these plates here, on these mosaic stones, and put them together to this crystal. And it's related to Kristall. Okay, now it's getting chemical and mathematical, and I must admit that I have no clue of it at all, but the structure of a crystal is related to those kind of mathematical structure of the mosaic. And so I put it together again. So I put broken pieces, cut them into specific patterns, in this case a pattern of mosaic, and put it together into a new form, a theoretical endless new form, and so a broken thing gets is put together to something new. And this crystal form, so it even reminds a little bit on a crystal, is is a reference to this mathematical theory behind it, and the color of it. So it looks like also like an organ, or you could say a heart, like a heart taken out of the body and lying in front of you. And this is also a reference to this organic approach. So put pieces together to a new living thing, so it becomes something new. And this is also related to this alchemist idea of creating a homunculus or something like that, so creating life out of a lower material. And that's these contents behind this crystal piece here. And at the side of this you have the alphabet of joy, and here you have the silver, and silver is of course alchemistic reference too. And you see these forms here, and these forms are just cut-offs of these work process. So I took it and I take chalk and put these forms inside, and then I spray silver on it. And it is 2019, and now we have 2025, and as you can see here, it's already in this period it starts to erode a little bit, and this is stronger. So it's a pity, but from a crafting point of view, I missed the point. It will not last forever, this thing. But this is also part of alchemy. You do stuff, and sometimes it does not work, but I have it still here in my room. It's just hanging up here, and I still like it. And at the other hand, we have this alphabet of joy, and this is more related to the spiritual part of my alchemistic references or philosophy. Let's say philosophy, the alchemistic philosophy, because I took those cut-offs and I arranged them, and I sprayed on it to the negative, and then I painted the negative with white. And the title Alphabet of Joy just means that actually I must say it is not, there is not a logic behind it. It is more that these kind of hieroglyphs or letter, you cannot read these letters. There is no meaning behind it. And if you read about alchemy and have a look at it, you will find out that alchemists had to, or they just put their knowledge into language only they could read. They take symbols and a lot of stuff, but it was not like a language for everyone. But they tried to. It was a secret language, and so this is my secret language, and it's related to joy. So it's like a secret to your path of joy, if this makes sense for someone of you. For me, it's also it's related to words, and in my catalog there is a poem beside of it, and this poem is also about it's not about joy, but it's about things that is really on the core of your soul and your heart, and images that may is at the core in your heart, and it's called Heimat, so home space, and also not. It's also a little bit dark, this poem, but okay. I am better stop now because it's not making too much sense here. But to me it does. So okay, so these three pictures here, a little bit more pattern related, a little bit more as we have seen here in this landscape painting. It's a grid. So here you have a grid, and here you have a grid, and so this theme does come again too. So let's go on. I skip this once because I just want to go to this grid, want to continue with the grid. So this one is an older one. It's 2015, so it's a few years before the ones we have seen now. It's a detail from St. George, from Altenburger, the painter, landscape painter of the ending do you say medieval, Mittelalter period. I have no exact date when he was living, but I think it was around in the 1500s, I think. Yeah, it's a detail. It's the whole picture is mainly a big wood. So this again is a theme here. You can see these broken photographs of the broken wood. You have seen the image wood, this red one at the beginning, and also here it's a wood. So, and going again to this detail, you could also say, okay, it is wood, or it's like in a bush or whatever. But also you could say those are forms, maybe organic forms of a body. This is a little bit more realistic, but it has a conjunction. So yeah, and the process how this was created is interesting here, because I also start a transformation from analog painting to digital painting, I would say, and audio visual painting, and also music performance, as you can see here in the background. It's I do today I do music and visual performance at the same time, and so what has it to do with this picture here? Not really much in a way of music, but in a way of digital work, because you have these different colors here, 3 colors, and you know, when you're working with I'm just thinking about if it's right, because we have RGB, it's red, green, and blue, but I have red, green, and yellow here. So actually, it's not really true, but I put it down to 3 colors and mix them up here in a mosaic kind of way. And so you have the image here. It's still the detail, but with the colors, it looks like a mosaic again. And I printed it out and painted it, so you have the process of printing some digital stuff and yeah, paint again on it and create a new image. And yeah, the whole thing is cut into 4 pieces, so it's put here together, but at the moment it's cut in on 4 plates. Okay, this is was an early starting of just like the rhythm image. Yeah, bringing together just in a process, printing, digital image manipulation, printing, and then painting on it again, and yeah, also fits very well in this alchemistic approach. Yeah, so Condense, in my view, is getting advanced and clearer. Well, I couldn't say it right now here, but of course it does. So the next steps are yeah, a little more condensing thoughts, and it so it starts to get in a more abstract way. I leave a little bit this organic part behind me and start put the focus more on abstract things. In parallel, I started to also focus a little bit more on materials. So like here with the calc, and I use yeah, different materials to bring structure to the image, also 3D effects, and this is, for example, a interesting part of it. This has this funny name, blub 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 blub, and oh, sorry. Welcome. Sorry, I haven't seen you. I hope you're still there. Hi and welcome. Sorry, Fabienne. I'm so much concentrated in my presentation here that I missed out to check the stream. If you're still there, welcome, and yeah, I hope you find it interesting. From time to time I will have a look here, and if you have any question, just ask. I'm very happy to yeah, have contact here. Just did not expect anyone to come. Well, okay. So this picture here with this funny name, blub blub to talk blub blub, it is as I said before, I start to create abstract, bring in abstract things, and this is literally here in the background you have this organic stuff happening, which is blub blub blub. so just to follow me, this is really meant like the name like it sounds, blub blub, to talk. It's this double T, so you have one line and 2 lines here. It's like double T's are just lines, and it's hard talk. And you have in the background blub blub, and then you have in the foreground one blub. So this is really a phonetic name for it, and it shows that I somehow go into a dialogue between these organic forms and these hard abstract forms. And this abstraction is, I painted it with a it's used in school, so you can draw with calc on it. And this one, just and this one here is yeah, you can wipe it off with water, so it's very, very fragile. And yeah, so let's go on. I do not have to say a lot about this one. This is again, those are pieces of paper. I printed on it, I painted on it, and I overpainted it. So it's the same process here. So it's and it's an abstract form. It's actually really beautiful. I love it. And before I go more into this, I would like to show you those two ones here. This again, the black color is yeah, also this painting where you can draw on with chalk. So it's also really yeah, it's really really black and take off a lot of light. And those pictures behind it, they were overpainted a lot of times. And during this time, I also tried to yeah, paint colors, and I was not satisfied with it. And one day then I overpainted them, and it's aqua and terra, and it is a little bit similar. You have at the one hand this real painting stuff, so this is like floating water, and here you have these terra. It is actually the close-up of a cauliflower, and the inside, and it's like this, to me, really like the sun, and like a yeah, sunburned landscape or whatever. But it's very also it's from painting point of view, a lot going on, and this is contrasted with these black shapes. And those black shapes, if you put them together, you have the cross, which fits inside here, and it would be completely black. Otherwise, if you put this cross here, you have aqua and terra together. So those two ones are like yeah, like the four in the background of the same thing. They belong together. They just stick together. So it's aqua and terra, and also aqua terra, two names coming from alchemy. Okay, so continue the journey. I need to hurry on before the sound is over here. So this also is paper, and same technique, getting very abstract, but it is somehow literally, because this you can see like a path. It's just like a road targeting to the horizon, and as I mentioned before, in the alchemistic philosophy, you have this arcana stuff here. So this is walking or going a road, an inner path to yeah, to find your inner self, maybe you could say. And yeah, this one is it's also interesting. Here in this yellow shape, I had painted a real figure, and I wasn't satisfied. I liked it, but I was not satisfied. Yeah, I just thought it does not fit together, and so I cut it out. I cut out this figure, and again, the process of cutting and painting new, and so you could also see it like a chiffre with the presence of the human being in absence. So it's not there, but it was there. So it was a yellow figure here. There was a man. Yeah, this triangle was on his back, and he was looking at you. This yeah, some encrypted kind of human in a completely abstract painting. Maybe this reminds you also to the early abstract things. I had a look at Hilma Aft Klimt. I had a look at I can't spell him. It's Mikkel Cilionis. You can look at my website. He's an early abstraction. He's a musician actually, and he started painting, and yeah, he's one really early abstract painter before Kandinsky. So before Kandinsky, there have of course there have been other people painting in an abstract way and absolutely abstract, but not in such a clear and also yeah, popular way like Kandinsky did. And but they are proto-abstract, and I like that those proto-abstract yeah, they are somehow perfect because somehow they are imperfect. Kandinsky sometimes, to me, he is too perfect, and a little bit. Sometimes it feels a little bit close, but cold. But at the other hand, I of course like his images. And yeah, this one again: cutouts, shadows, overpaintings, arcs, pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7. So, you know, the number. And yeah. And this one too. It's 4 triangles put together. They were 2 squares with yellow circles inside. So you have this cut off and put together these 4 triangles again in a yeah, it's not a square. I don't know rhombus or how's the name or Raute. It's the name in Germany, but I don't know the word in English now. And you have this cross here inside, and this is yeah. Meant a little bit in a yeah, Christian way, you know. It's you have the light, you have the cross, so it's it is relation to yeah to Christian symbolic and question about that, and of course this is a theme in alchemy too. Yeah, let's have a look. This side is blank, so we leave now here those last abstract and smaller paintings, and I show you some photographs. You remember the photograph of the broken woods. This again is a wood, and you see these signs on it. So I don't made them, I found it. So it's a motif I found on the in the wood. When I walk, I have seen this, and and yeah, so I photographed it, and it's called Triage 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's why those signs are made by woodworker, and the signs say this tree is maybe fine, or this tree needs to be cut. And so it's those signs make a triage. What tree maybe can stay and which one may needs to leave. Actually, those trees are still there 5 years later or 4 years later, and but it is I like the photograph very much because you have a real wood, a photograph of a wood, and then you have this abstract signs in it, this colors in it, and it's really close to my habit, and that's why I decided to take these photographs into just like photographs here, and yeah. And this is a triage, of course, you know, it's word during Corona pandemic, and yeah, so that's all belong together. And now we come to the end of this of my gallery. So we have these 3 pictures here. So called the past, painting right now, and the future, and those images are created painting this calc on a plate and photograph it, and then I paint with the iPad those abstract forms on it. So they remain a little bit in terms of abstraction to the images we've seen on the other wall just right now, but they are made complete. So you have these cut-offs, for example, these triangles cut off, and here too, and these shapes, and but they are in a digital process. So it is a photograph from an analog brush stroke, and paint marks on it, paint these abstract forms on it, and the final result then gets printed out. It's not that I print it and paint over it again. The state is finished in a digital way, and then I have a good printer and can print it out. And so these 3 pictures mark a new new step in my paintings. Working digital, working with drawings, working with paintings, photograph it, and then start working digital, and do not put it out again and paint again, but just print it out, and this is the final result. Or, as I do now, even not printing, but combining it with music, and bring it into a performance. So the painting process comes into the performance. So this is what I'm trying to achieve with my kind of VJ stuff I'm doing now. And when you look at my YouTube channel, where I archive the performance I do, you can see live paintings, you can see presentation of sketchbook I have, and it's really getting an own form of own kind of presentation. Really, I like it very much, and that's why I'm doing this shit, you know. And yeah, so the funny thing here is I have this text about the future. So the future, where will this journey go to? I've experimented with abstraction, combining different fields, and interest always has been a part of me. There is an S missing. I don't want to separate abstract and figurative art. Instead, I would like to combine. I want to bring more digital creation to painting too, and this virtual space is still missing video and music. So let's see what's happening. Yeah, so this is interesting because where I'm now is I combine this missing video and music. It is happening right now, and I made huge steps there. This thing here with the abstract and figurative art, it's actually, I must say, it does not interest me so much. It is, as I said, it's anyway an old kind of habit to separate between it, and it's also not, yeah, it's some old analog question, I would say. And so abstract and figurative art is mixed in a VJ style anyway. So the question for me is at the moment more, what style will I find in working with music and yeah, images and video mixing. So that's it. Thank you very much, and thank you to be part on this journey again. And yeah, check out my other stuff on Twitch, check out my YouTube channel Radio Cargo, and thank you very much for following me. So as mentioned, I have had one visitor here, but I think he or she left, and because I did not notice. What a pity. I'm such a bad moderator. Well, thank you very much. You will see this on YouTube, I think. This is a gallery, and today the last time, and yeah, so just again have a final walkthrough, a quick one here. You remember those ones here, all acrylic paintings without any form, using photographs and making my cut-offs here, alchemistic patterns and hieroglyphs. This one's too, aqua, terra, 80 by 80, you know, those tools are really nice. San Sebastian, San Georg, sorry. And my abstract swans here, yeah, goodbye my nice gallery. Those pictures, some of them hang in my room, some not. For example, those photographs. Those one did, but not anymore. Okay, and it took a little bit longer than I thought, but thank you very much. I say goodbye, but I want to end with the future, sorry. I want to end with the future here. Okay, see you, bye.